The almighty TIG TV now presents the first in a series of programmes which were originally broadcast in 1955. The Future and You was presented by Mr. Pewter Fenters, in which he looked at what life was predicted to be like by the end of the century. Mr. Pewter Fenters had had his medication changed following problems he experienced in a previous series entitled The Wolf Mother, but traits of his old self resurfaced during these recordings.
The Future and You, presented by Mr. Pewter Fenters.
Hi. Hello there, and welcome to a new series called The Future and You, with me, Mr. Pewter Fenters. Yes, all terribly exciting and futuristic. We should be looking at what different aspects of life will be like in the year 2000. There will be many innovations which to us may probably seem like science fiction. Yes. Well, back in 1900, if you told the people living then that within 50 years we would have aeroplanes, the wireless, and sliced bread, they would have probably thought that you were completely mad. Yes. Anyway, in this first episode, we shall be looking at space travel. Now, many of you will be scoffing at the idea and saying that it sounds absurd. Yes, but it is what many top scientists have predicted. Yes. As fantastic and outrageous as it sounds, space travel will become an ordinary, everyday event, such as we are used to going on a journey by train or omnibus. Yes. By the end of the century, Great Britain will have colonised the planet Mars. Yes. Just as in the past, when we colonised the Americas, the Caribbean, India, Ceylon, and Rhodesia. People will be living and indeed working on the planet, which will become a popular holiday destination such as Broadstairs, Bournemouth, or even the south of France. Yes. It may be a place where the maid will accompany a daddy on a business weekend, like when they made all those trips to Brighton. Yes. Rocket ships will leave the Earth every 60 minutes or so for the journey to the red planet, which should take around 10 hours to reach. You would be advised to take a good book with you to read, although there may be magazines provided containing crosswords and other such puzzles to help passengers file away the time. So, let us take a look at what a typical spaceship will look like. They will be made out of the new wonder material Bakelite. Over on the other side of the studio, I have a scientific diagrammatic representation of a modern spaceship. Here we have the scientific diagrammatic representation of the rocket ship flying through outer space. Now, the driver of the rocket ship, the driver of the rocket ship will sit at the front, and behind him would be the first class passengers, naturally. Those travelling by third class will be seated behind them somewhere, and the luggage will be stored towards the tail of the rocket ship, just like on a modern aeroplane of today. At the back, we will have two motors, as you can see here and here, which will power the rocket ship on its journey through space. Now, many people will have read stories or even seen films at the cinema which tell of evil green monsters roaming around the red planet with their deadly ray guns. Yes, well, these of course are just for entertainment and should be taken as such. We have observed Mars through our modern telescopes, and if there were any aliens living on the planet, we would have spotted them. You can be assured. Now, Mars has an atmosphere very similar to our own dear planet. There will be no need to take any air with you. Yes, there are patches of green around the equator or centre of the planet, which shows that vegetation is indeed thriving. Yes, of course, there may be plants which we do not experience here on Earth, so we will probably grow our own asparagus, tomatoes and carrots, rather like Daddy does on his allotment, yes. Anyway, towns and cities will be built and have names like New London, New Winchester and New Tunbridge Wells. They will consist of green open spaces, unlike the poor and dirty cities of the north, such as Manchester, Birmingham and such like. Yes. Some people are worried that if we keep sending up rockets into the sky, it will affect the weather on Earth. I think we can be reassured that this will not happen. So, tonight, go out onto your back lawn, being careful to step over Daddy and the maid, and look up into the sky. Yes, and muse that in the year 2000, if you are lucky enough to still be alive, you could be waving at family and friends enjoying themselves on planet Mars. Goodbye, and join me next time for another look at the future and you.